Count Nikolai has had a successful modeling career and almost as striking an appearance as a film star, making him one of the most attention-grabbing members of today's royal family. Many call him the world's most handsome prince. However, very few know that he lost his title of prince just 2 years ago by the Queen herself. So what happened? How did his life change? And who is the mysterious woman he will soon marry? Keep watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss new content. Before we talk about Count Nikolai, let's go back to the love story that brought him into the world. A romance that captivated all of Europe. Over 30 years ago, his father Prince Joachim met Alexandra Christina, a Chinese woman from an aristocratic background. At the time, Prince Joachim was a well-known member of the royal family, and Alexandra had no aristocratic connections whatsoever. Despite their cultural differences, they fell deeply in love. Aufstieg. Their romance was met with great enthusiasm by fans, media, and romanticists alike. They quickly became one of Europe's most talked about couples. In 1995, they got married in a grand ceremony, making Alexandra the first Chinese princess in Europe. 4 years later, in 1999, their son Prince Nikolai was born in Copenhagen. At birth, his uncle, Crown Prince Frederik, was next in line to the Danish throne. The next heir, after Crown Prince Frederik, was his father's brother, making Nikolai the third in line to the Danish throne. Nikolai grew up with a life full of privileges. However, his childhood was not without shadows. In 2005, when he was just 6 years old, his parents divorced. This was the first divorce in the Danish royal family in over 150 years and caused a great stir in the media. Despite being too young to fully understand what was happening at the time, this period proved particularly difficult for the young prince. However, both Prince Joachim and Alexandra worked hard to raise Nikolai and his younger brother, Count Felix, with love and stability. Nikolai developed into a big boy, in line with the expectations of the royal family. He excelled in sports, swimming, skiing, and rugby, among other areas. He was talented in every field and also successful at school. Like many relatives of the royal family, Nikolai attended several prestigious schools, both in Denmark and abroad. Like many relatives of the royal family, Nikolai attended several prestigious schools, both in Denmark and abroad. He began his education, like many of his relatives, in Denmark and abroad. He attended Krebs School in Copenhagen, just like his father. Later, he moved to Herlufsholm boarding school, one of the country's most important schools. After graduating in 2018, Nikolai decided to follow another tradition of the royal family. He started a 2-year military education at the Danish Army's officer school. However, he soon realized that a military life was not for him. He dropped out after just 2 months. According to his mother, Nikolai did not feel comfortable there and did not think it was the right place for him. The strict military environment certainly did not suit him. He felt neither comfortable nor right there, he thought. The harsh military environment was definitely not for him. His true passion was somewhere else, in the fashion world. In 2018, Nikolai signed a contract with Scoop Models in Copenhagen officially. This marked the beginning of a career that would take him to new heights. The same year, he made his first appearance on the catwalk for Burberry, but made a big leap in a short time. Made first appearance on the catwalk for Burberry, but made a big leap in a short time later, a Dior menswear fashion show, both at the opening and closing, stepped up to the podium and achieved it. This was a rare feat for only a few models. In her interview with Vogue Scandinavia later that year, she said this was when it really started. He has striking green eyes and is 1.83 meters tall, and had the luxury brands sought after, perfect, aristocratic, elegant. In subsequent years, he worked for Dior and other fashion houses. He walked on the catwalk for many famous designers, including his own homes. became one of the indispensable faces of international podiums. However, his modeling career did not remain limited to podium. He worked with big fashion magazines like Vogue and Numeral, and adorned their pages just like Lady Amelia Windsor or Charlotte Casseradi. He was one of the first male models to establish a serious place in professional modeling. One of its members became his younger brother, Count Felix, also entered the modeling industry and walked on the catwalk for Georg Jensen's luxury jewelry. However, the brothers achieved great successes while a surprise decision affected all the royal family. In 2022, Queen Margrethe of Denmark stepped down from her throne. Including Nikolai and Felix, 4 of her children held the titles of prince, and princess has revealed what he will lose. Instead, in the future only Count of Montpezat, or they would be referred to as her consort. The queen would refer to this change in the monarchy preparing for the future, and giving more freedom to young royal members was a step taken for that purpose, he had explained. However, this decision was especially caused great disputes within his own family. Nikolai's mother exposed him to public opinion in his statement. He expressed disappointment as follows: "We all are disappointed with this decision. We are shocked and saddened by this decision, which came to us out of the blue, like a coup. Children feel excluded. They are questioning their identities. They cannot understand why it was taken from him." Nikolai's stepmother, Prince Marie, was merciless because he hurt the feelings of children with this decision was described as such. Prince Joachim expressed more respect and consideration for this decision. He said that it was necessary to take. Nikolai also expressed his feelings openly. Every due to its occurrence in such a sudden and unexpected manner was unhappy and shocked, he said later. Queen Margrethe had made a decision about her son, how much it would affect his family, and he expressed regret over having done so. It was done, but the damage had already been done. Nevertheless, this change also brought freedom. This gave him the opportunity to focus on fashion completely and live independently, shape his life with freedom, and have a clearer relationship with that new freedom. And so, the young woman who captured Nikolai's heart is Benedikte Thoustrup. She doesn't come from an aristocratic family, but her family is wealthy. Her father was the chairman of the board of directors of Danske Bank. Benedikte is an entrepreneur and founded the family business Benedikte brand, which specializes in hair ties, handbags, and silk bands for curl shaping without heat. This job was done by her mother and grandmother. She also works as a model and collaborates with many brands, including, during Copenhagen Fashion Week. They met while studying at a business school in Copenhagen. Their relationship started with friendship, but turned to a romantic one in a short time. From then on, they were inseparable. Was specialized in that subject. This job was done by his mother and grandmother. Is working together. He is also a model and works with many brands collaborating with him, also in Copenhagen Fashion Week. They met while studying at a business school in Copenhagen. Their relationship, which started with friendship, turned to a romantic one in a short time. From then on, they were inseparable. In 2021, a period in Paris they went through, and here they combined education with love. 2 years later, in 2022, took the next step, and for a period was at the other end of the world in Sydney. They moved to Technology University. The couple were deeply in love, appears and is almost always in fashion weeks, magazine shoots or interviews. Their life together looks like an adventure-filled place, some of Europe's most beautiful places. They were seen kissing in French vineyards, walking in Paris, cruising around the lavender fields, or posing elegantly in Milan. Even, they traveled to Taiwan. The couple, who have been together for more than 7 years now, has a stronger bond than ever before. Nikolai's marriage proposal seems like just another milestone, and their wedding will be a wonderful event. Nikolai is 26 years old today. In June, at Copenhagen Business School, she completed her master's degree in marketing. Where will this path take her? Will we stay in Denmark or move abroad? Not yet fully decided. It is unknown, however, her love for fashion never decreased. She gave an interview to Numero magazine. He said in the interview that he wanted to work in this sector for as long as possible. Considering his current life, successful modeling career, love with Benedikte, and freedom to move on his own terms, we can say that losing his title was beneficial to him. Are you thinking the same thing too? Write a comment and let's put an end to it. If you like the video and want more similar content, show your support by clicking the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and enable notifications so you can get our latest videos every week. See you next time.